This is the Stiebel Eltron Tankless Water Heater Tempra 24+. Sleek and compact, this model comes in a clean white finish and fits nicely on just about any wall. I remember when I first opened the box, I was surprised by how solid and sturdy it felt for a unit that's only about 16 inches wide and just 1 inch thick. The look is simple but modern, and the LED display adds a touch of high-tech that makes it feel right at home even in a newer renovation. With a single knob for temperature control, it's easy for anyone to use, including folks who aren't into fancy gadgets. The digital screen gives you a clear readout of the temperature, and if you're like me and appreciate practical design, you'll probably like how all the controls are front and center. No scrambling to find instructions or hidden buttons. From my experience, installation was pretty straightforward for someone reasonably handy, but if you don't feel comfortable messing with your home's electrical panel, I'd recommend getting a pro. The biggest thing to know up front is that this heater needs two 50-amp double-pole breakers, so make sure your electrical service can handle it before you get started. I had my concerns here, thinking it'd be complicated, but it turned out way simpler than I expected. You don't need a neutral wire for this one, just what's called 6-2 cable, which means 2 conductors and a ground. No need for a neutral, just a heads up for those familiar with home wiring. Using the Tempra 24+ really does feel like a nice upgrade from old-school tank water heaters. Instead of storing gallons and gallons of hot water that might cool off while you're at work, this unit heats water only when you need it. You turn on the tap, the LED clicks on quietly, and within seconds, you're getting hot water at the exact temperature you set. What's cool, and something I want to highlight, is the advanced flow control. Here's what that means. If you or someone else in the house decides to blast a bunch of hot water from another faucet while you're in the shower, the Tempra doesn't just dump out cooler water or spike the temp. Instead, it adjusts the flow automatically, keeping the temp steady. So you get slightly less water, but the same warmth without those annoying bursts of cold or hot. That's perfect if you, like me, hate those surprises during a relaxing shower. I did a little test when I installed mine, opening up a main valve to see how much the water heater would handle without the unit turned on. With just my water pressure, the flow shoots out fast, around 6.6 gallons per minute. But turn on the Tempra 24+ and set it to a comfortable temp. It steadies out and gives about 2 gallons per minute of full hot water. Even if everybody at home is using water, it self-limits the flow so the temp never drops or jumps unexpectedly. That's an awesome safety feature, and I find it useful if you've got kids or anyone who might forget to check the tap temperature. Not only does it make things more comfortable, but in my opinion, it adds a layer of safety you don't always get with traditional heaters. I have to say, some other key features really stand out. There's no noisy clicking or buzzing like I had with my old tank. The unit is virtually silent. The digital display shows exactly what's going on: temperature, savings, and even diagnostics if something needs attention. Maintenance is super simple too. I just clean the inlet filter every few months and check for anything odd on the display. So far, after several months, it hasn't skipped a beat. German engineering shows here, and it's clear this model was designed to last. That said, there are a few things that aren't ideal. The biggest downside for me is the demand on your home's electrical system. This heater needs a lot of juice. The manual recommends a minimum 150 amp service for your whole house. I had to check with an electrician to be sure my panel could handle it. For anyone in an older home, you might face an upgrade, which can add to the budget. Another thing to consider is the flow rate. While the water temperature stays rock steady thanks to flow control, the unit can only supply a certain amount of hot water at once. In my case, it easily handles 2 showers at the same time, if you don't mind a slightly lower flow. But if your household is using laundry and showers and dishes all at once, you'll notice that the flow is limited to keep things hot. It's something to plan for. Don't expect endless high-volume hot water from every tap if your home's usage is heavy all at one time. There's also something called the cold water sandwich effect. It's not unique to this heater, but it can happen. This is when you get a quick burst of cold water in between steady streams of hot, usually if the heater cycles on and off rapidly. I've run into it now and then, especially during quick on-off faucet operation. But honestly, it's rare in my setup. In my opinion, it's perfect for small to medium households, or anyone who wants reliable, endless hot water without wasting energy. I appreciate how much space I've saved by getting rid of my giant old tank, and my monthly energy bill has gone down, which is no small bonus. The tankless design means it only uses energy when hot water is actually flowing, so I'm not heating 20 gallons of water all day when nobody's home. If your main goal is to get consistent hot water, reduce energy waste, and free up space, I'd recommend this for you. Just double-check your home's electrical panel before buying. It's also great if, like me, you want things quiet and fuss-free. In conclusion, the Stiebel Eltron Tempra 24 Plus is a solid upgrade for anyone looking to move to tankless water heating. It's simple to use, it keeps water at a steady temp, and the safety and energy features make it feel like a smart investment. The biggest hurdle is making sure your electrical setup is up to the task. But if you're updating or building a new home, I'd say it's especially worth a look. For anyone searching for a water heater that's quiet, compact, and reliable, this one is tough to beat. If you found this quick review helpful, please subscribe to my channel and leave a comment below if you have any questions or want to share your experience with tankless water heaters. Thank you for watching.